The Gnote Pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Let's see.
Puri kumbala muma. Anora kapapum.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Kala, inyavaldo.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Mjut when you were a kid.
Apli tonumuta.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Orasa durut.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Kanyala notoro.
Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over.
Taifananuma asilmatu.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Andro, dropalo.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Monidasa, inadabsunka.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Puri kumbala muma. Anaro lote.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But
Puri kumbala muma.
then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
The light shines on!
Better isn't the word I would use.
Right, not better. Best.
You're the worst.
The worst of being the worst. We're just the best.
Tukonda. Andro?
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Andro?
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Apli tonumuta. Ariaroche nui mumera.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Tukonda. Sana yode.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Kanamunt.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Domale tuku. Kanyala notoro.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Kanamunt.
But let's not speak of that now.
Andro?
She has an idea where the Mjut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Mjut Meadow.
Kala. Inadabsunka. Andro?
The Mjut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Kialdo male kanodo.
You should lead the Mjut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Dropalo.
It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might... Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride Gnotes, and that tradition continued through the years. Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they didn't have their priorities right in those days. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another traveler. The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long? You found the Mjut meadow. Watch out for the Mjut. Gotta hurt. Bullets everywhere. Watch it. Stand against that. Head on. Crit. Every day comes with a new chance to save the world. Now that the Mjut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But Noko is still concerned. She says the Mjut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Mjut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Mjut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical concoction, though. Got a good grip on that beastie? Excellent. Locked up tight? Resources are too few and scarce, at least for now. What you do here matters to you and the world. That's super duper dope. Good to be able to get stuff done while the world is awake. You make this look simple. You shouldn't be surprised if you... That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Grab tight and don't let go. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Mjut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Mjut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha Mjut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's... Seems to her they preferred the mecha Mjuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the gnotes were near extinct. Noko is always willing to help. Says talking to you was interesting.